What's going on, people? This is Rob Blackburn coming at you. I am here to talk to you about these Los Angeles Lakers. First of all, we are about one day after the trade deadline. Not only the trade deadline, but also the Lakers defeating the Celtics in Boston in what was a phenomenal game for a regular season, especially. It definitely had some sort of a playoff atmosphere to it and playoff intensity, I felt. I enjoyed the game, of course. I enjoyed it more so because my Lakers got that Celtic ass. So I'm happy about that. So this is what I want to talk about, though. Now, I'm extremely ecstatic that the Lakers did not forfeit their season to acquire Anthony Davis, because that's exactly what they were getting ready to do. They were getting ready to literally give up not only 5 players, but also 2 draft picks. And I'm glad that the Pelicans was just playing a game or rejected the offer, whatever they did. Thank you very much. But here is what happened. In the aftermath of all that, we acquired Reggie Bullock in exchange for Svi Mikhailuk. We acquired Mike Muscala in exchange for Ivica Zubac and Mike Beasley. And it also left us an open roster spot. And that's where this plays a big role in. Because initially there were just talks about them bringing on Carmelo Anthony, and we all know that's LeBron James's friend and all of that, and that's all great. But then the name Markieff Morris comes up. And you got to remember, the Morris twins are under Clutch Sports. Of course, Rich Paul / LeBron James agency. And when I heard that, I immediately knew that, okay, I mean, if you're sensible about the game of basketball, and more so if you're sensible about what the Lakers are already working with, you already know the better fit is going to be Markieff Morris. For the simple fact, he has a sense of toughness. In fact, I'll tell you this, Markieff Morris or Marcus Morris, but Marcus Morris is in Boston, of course. Markieff Morris to the Lakers, if he's healthy, because that's the only holdup right now, is the fact that they're trying to wait to find out if he's healthy. If he's healthy, he's a better version of Draymond Green and what he does for the Golden State Warriors. Now, if you're telling me that I get to have this team, these Los Angeles Lakers, the current ones right now, all those who are on the roster, a healthy and rested LeBron James, and a guy named Rajon Rondo who in the playoffs becomes playoff Rondo. And we all know about that. That's an all-star caliber player right there. I'm telling you right now, the Lakers are going to the Western Conference Finals. And if it's against the Warriors, they're coming out of the West. I'm telling you that right now. Because as it is so far today, to this point in the season, the Golden State Warriors still have yet to beat the Los Angeles Lakers with LeBron James present in the game. And he only played half a game. And they got dusted on Christmas Day. Now, you want to talk to me about the fact that they acquired Boogie? That's all fine. But I'm going to tell you right now, they're not even using Boogie to his full potential as far as I'm concerned. And not only the stats and the numbers can show that, but they just don't need to. But if we're acquiring Markieff Morris, the Lakers are coming out the West. I'm making that prediction right now. I'm making it boldly. I don't give a damn. Here's where I do see a limit. Not only a show enough limit in the finals, but a potential limit along the way. Them damn free throws, y'all. These damn free throws, I'm going to tell you right now, that game in Boston last night shouldn't even have been that close. You know, everybody's talking about the Lakers got 2 problems, and that it's the turnovers and that it's the free throws. No, it's the damn free throws, because every team has turnovers. Sometimes you have a high turnover night, you could definitely, take better care of the ball and everything, maybe average about 12, instead of averaging 18 turnovers a game. But I'm going to tell you right now, these free throws, if the Lakers would have just made 50% of their free throws, they would have ended that game with a 4-point to 5-point cushion throughout. I mean, that's just ridiculous. The flip side is that a team that could shoot that horribly from the free throw line, and they've been doing it all season long, can win games. Imagine, Reggie Bullock, Mike Muscala, and if Markieff Morris comes over, I think that'll actually improve the free throws a little bit, at least, depending on how often they get to the line and how often they're being used in the rotation. But the problem I do foresee is the return of Lonzo Ball. Because there go them damn free throws again. LeBron James, there go them damn free throws again. And I understand what's going on with LeBron from that free throw line this year because he's never been a phenomenal free throw shooter. Free throw shooter. He's been in the mid-70s for his entire career, maybe even in, 74 percentile for his entire career. We expect that. We know that. But this is the lowest that he's ever shot. And you take it back to last year in the finals, game 1, when they almost took the Warriors in game 1, Cleveland Cavaliers. J.R. Smith makes a mistake. Now they're going to overtime. Then they end up losing the game. LeBron goes back to the locker room. They have words or whatever. LeBron ends up socking the wall and doing some damage to his hand. His shooting hand, even though he happens to be left-handed. His shooting hand. Then you talk about the fact that, free agency and everything, he moves over and everything. The boy actually still came back in shape, but I'm sitting here wondering, okay, how's the effect going to be on your hand? I personally think that his free throws got even worse due to that. Ironically, the three-pointers consistently keep getting better. I mean, he keeps shooting threes from 2 days ago. But these free throws will mess around and kill us unless the Lakers do one thing. Defense. The defensive intensity has to go up, and that's why I like Markieff Morris coming through. That's also why I like Muscala, because everybody's talking about his offense and the fact that he can step out and shoot that three. And also Reggie Bullock. But here's what I'm thinking on the defensive end. You have more options with size. Can you imagine a JaVale McGee or a Tyson Chandler at the 5 spot, Mike Muscala at the 4? And then you're talking about LeBron at the 3. You're talking about Lonzo at the 1, and you're talking about Ingram at the 2. And you know what? I gotta redo that because I need Kuzma in that starting lineup now that I think about it. So let's say we got Kuzma and Mike Muscala's coming off the bench. Because Kuzma's an all-star next year. I'm telling you that now. I'm so glad they didn't get rid of Kuzma. In fact, to tell you the truth, I'm just glad that trade didn't work. And I don't mean to sidestep the point I was making. But, man, when I think about it, I was so pissed off at the fact that they were going to get rid of Kyle Kuzma. Because Kuzma's going to be something special, y'all. He's already something special now. So you're talking about all that length. You think that's not going to be disruptive? The problem I do see them having is if and when they get to the finals. If they can make it past their free throw shooting but become a better defensive team. Because they're completely disruptive now if they're going to use that length. Because right now, that's actually the Warriors' problem with them now. That's actually the Warriors' problem with them now. If you check every single time that the Warriors have struggled against them in the moments that they've struggled, even in games where they lost or whatnot, but more so, especially in that Christmas game, their main problem is the fact that they have length on that perimeter. They got more. You're talking about Lonzo Ball at 6'7". You're talking about Brandon Ingram is coming in at 6'9". That's disrupting the open shot that you're thinking that you're used to getting, even though, you might have the moves and everything to do so. I mean, did you notice the problems that Kyrie was actually having yesterday? Until Brad Stevens started having them switch Brandon Ingram and get Kuzma on him. Now, Kyrie was taking Kuzma to the hole, but he wasn't taking Brandon Ingram because that length was affected. So, Kuzma does have to become a better defender. I will say that, especially on that perimeter. But I'm telling you right now, if the Lakers are going to continue to be this same team that they've already been, because I don't expect them to change, just like I don't expect a zebra to change its stripes, then that defense, that playoff defense is going to have to actually start now. Now, I'm projecting that the Lakers are going to make it to no less than the 5 spot by the time it's all said and done. And yes, that means they're going to go on a hell of a run. And everybody's already talking about the fact that they have like the 5th toughest schedule coming up for the remainder of the season. But I don't give a damn. Because one thing I'm thinking about right now is the fact that LeBron James got to set out for a month. LeBron James got to get some rest For the first time in 8 runs to the playoffs, he's never been out this long. And what I saw from him yesterday, he's about in the 90% range. He's working his way back and still doing damage on that offensive end, and actually showed up and played a little bit of defense on a few possessions, on quite a few possessions. 3 steals yesterday. Now you telling me that we're going to run with a LeBron James who got a chance to rest? It's literally like he took another offseason, which is standard for him. Because you think about it, the past eight seasons, I mean, what? He's getting about a month off, and then it's right back to training camp. So you telling me we get a rested LeBron James? You telling me I get a playoff Rondo? You telling me I get a Kyle Kuzma who ain't afraid of nothing? You telling me I get that same squad? You telling me I get JaVale McGee and Tyson Chandler in the middle? You telling me I get a Mike Muscala who can now step out and shoot the 3? You can run him at the 4 or the 5. You telling me I get all that? You telling me I get Lonzo Ball on defense, because we all know offense is up and down. He was becoming consistent a little bit, but I think the injury was a setback, and who knows? Don't know what Lonzo Ball I'm going to get. Don't know how he's going to react going that far into the season, But you telling me I get that on defense again? I think that can overcome the free throw woes. The new problem that I now see when it gets to the finals, which is a problem I did not see before. So far, the only problem was getting past Golden State. But now the new problem is, once Golden State gets beat, because I've already predicted that I don't believe Golden State's coming out the West. And now officially I am saying it is the Lakers to y'all. I actually said it to a few people a long time ago. Then I didn't know what I was going to get because LeBron was injured. Talked about he'd be back in no time. And then all of a sudden he's gone for a month. Didn't know. But now I know. But you telling me that I get that squad that I just mentioned. Not to mention that LeBron is about to take over the coaching position. You already know that. Nothing against Luke Walton. I think Luke Walton is a decent coach when it comes to young players and developing a team from the ground up and everything. He was, doing a decent enough job. I give him his credit for that. But the bottom line is he's too young to coach these veterans, some of which have actually played with him. And shoot, LeBron James was in his draft class. How you going to coach him? Of course you and Mike Beasley going to get into it. Of course you and JaVale McGee going to get into it. Of course you and Lance Stevenson going to have something here and there. And what you going to do with Rondo? Rondo know more basketball than you. But if I could take that squad, the only problem I see now, and Chase Flow is going to love this. My boy Chase Flow, shout out. Them Philadelphia 76ers. Because the acquisitions that they have made now and the way they have strengthened that team, I got them coming out the East. And initially I had Boston. I was looking for a Lakers-Boston Celtics reunion in the finals once again. And for the Lakers to take it, of course. But if Philadelphia stays healthy, and if these Lakers stay healthy, then right now I got a question mark as to how that's going to turn out. And I hate to say that. This is Rob Lightbourne. Peace.